Okay, hello everybody. Just waiting for all the lines to be activated here, and they will also be enabled to record. So just give us another minute on that. But I believe we have with us Austin FC midfielder Jared Stroud. Say hello, Jared.
How you doing, guys?
And our first question comes from Mark Turner. We'll go from him to Chris Bills, followed by Bob Ballou. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Jared.
How you doing?
So Saturday was insane. Obviously, talk to us a little bit from the player's perspective about just how Saturday felt to you, and also you had a couple of chances to score, one in the first half and a really good shot in the second half. When you hit that shot in the second half, man, were you thinking that was goal bound?
Yeah, I thought it was. I hit it clean, and from there, I kind of felt like I had to go for the top corner since it was a bit out, and I almost had it, which would have been really nice. Obviously, would have been really, really nice. But yeah, it's all good. The goals are coming. Yeah, we created a good amount of chances, and we played some really nice stuff, and I think they played pretty well defensively. You got to give them some credit. I thought that maybe we would get more clear-cut chances, but we definitely entered their box a lot. Had some good opportunities. Maybe one or two where we just the final pass or the final shot wasn't there, but I thought we played well and we created enough chances to win the game. And it's just kind of one of those days where they didn't go in, but I thought we played well, and it was the atmosphere was amazing, and we all felt it the whole game, and we had a lot of energy and played well, and the stats were in our favor. I just think unfortunately we couldn't come out with the result, but overall we played well.
Great. Thank you, Mark. Our next question comes from Chris Bills.
Hi, Jared. Just wondering if you could take us through sort of step by step of what your recovery has been like leading into what is a short week, assuming you're going to play on Wednesday, and anything that's different from a normal recovery, knowing that.
I mean, for me personally, it's just just about eating really well. And not really taking any meals off in terms of going and having barbecue or pizza or having a bit of fun there. It's just about doing extra, getting on the table, getting massages, and they have all the resources available here. So it's just a matter of the players going out and getting that recovery. But I feel good today. Feel better than yesterday, and I think that's how it's going to be until the game. Obviously not everyone's going to feel 100% during the game, especially during the second half. But, these are the games where you got to grind it out. And the midweek games are always tough. So, everyone's been getting in the cold tub, been getting in the chamber and doing everything that we can to be as prepared as we can for the game.
Yeah, and I've been watching the Olympic trials a little bit. And, I've been joking with our managing editor, who's an elite marathoner, that I've sort of volunteered you for a race with her. So I was wondering if you ever ran track and what your best events were, or what you think your best distance would be at this point in your life.
I think my best event would probably be like a 2 mile, somewhere around there. I ran track in high school because we had to play 2 sports. And yeah, they would make me run short distance, long distance, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, those meets were long and stuff, but I don't know. I think, I'd say somewhere around the 2 mile mark is probably my best. Anything over 5-6 miles is just, I think I have too much muscle mass. I mean, you see these guys, these runners now, they have nothing, they got nothing on them. But yeah, I think, the games have been a lot of running for sure.
Great. Thanks, Chris. Next up, we have Bob Ballou.
Hey, Jared. What's the frustration level right now amongst you guys with the lack of scoring over the last 5 games? Because you're obviously getting the opportunities. And is there something you do that you wouldn't normally do in a practice to just kind of have fun with it and get your mind off it? Or do you try to press a little more? How are you guys kind of approaching it?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you don't have a natural striker as well, like Schoenfeld and Danny being out. I think that's been tough, but I think we've created a lot of good chances, and the overall feeling is we have the shots and we have the opportunities, and they will start connecting, and we will have breakout games where we score a lot of goals. And part of it, I think, is just we played tough opponents, and we know that, and the same way. So yeah, I mean it's frustrating, and you come out after games thinking, damn, I could have done this, could have done that, could have shot this way, could have done that. But at the end of the day, it's just about continuing to take shots, and trusting the process, and not getting too frustrated. And in training, it's just we want to keep getting on the same page, because at the end of the day, we've only been together for 6 months, and being with certain type of players, you learn throughout games. It's only been 9 MLS games together with these guys, and we're still figuring it out. And to have 18, 19 shots last game was great, and that's a positive for us. So I think it's just remaining positive, taking the shots, taking opportunities, and yeah, we're not stressed about it. They're gonna come. So
Great. Thank you, Bob. Dennis, you're next.
Hey, Jared, this team has been through a lot, whether it was the brutal 8-game road swing and then all the emotion that took place Saturday on top of the physical. Any chance that you guys are just mentally and emotionally cooked, hung over as you tried to do such a quick turnaround Wednesday?
I mean, no, I don't think I mean, yeah, coming off an 8-game road stretch for sure was tough. But we had a week off in between, and fortunately we don't have Open Cup this year, and we only have one outside of the regular season scrimmage against Tigres. So I think we were fresh, and the road games did add up and put pressure on us. But I think being home and being back in the stadium gave us a new life, and I think if anything, we're all more energized after seeing that and than anything. And I think, now that we know that it's gotten out of the way, and we're going to get some guys back from injury, knowing that, I think will help us as well. So I think overall we're fine, but yeah, there's always a little bit of fatigue after an 8-game road stretch. But as I said, the energy coming home is going to be next level.
Sure. And in the NFL, players just, they can't stand the Sunday, Thursday turnaround. It's tough, right? Is it even close for you guys, a Saturday, Wednesday?
Yeah, it's a tough one, and it's tough on your body, and then to play again on Sunday as well. And then, the traveling, after going on an 8-game road stretch, then coming home, and then, you got to go to Minnesota on Wednesday. It is annoying, but at the end of the day, that's how the league works. And, it's just another away game for us to get points, and that's how we have to see it. But yeah, it's tough on the body for sure. And I guys won't be feeling 100%, but this is where, the depth of our squad will be important. And guys are going to have to step up and make plays.
Thanks.
Of course.
Thank you, Dennis. Next up is John Lupo, followed by Kirk Bowles, Phil West, and Zach Smith. Go ahead, John.
Thank you, Will. Hey, Jared. So you guys beat Minnesota already there and kept a clean sheet. Have you looked at the film from that game? Do you think that you're, as a team, farther along? Do you think you're better than when you played Minnesota? Is there anything you can take from that performance that you think you can use for the game on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think we're definitely a better team than when we played them last time, and they're missing some key guys to international duty. So it's an opportune time for us to get after them and try and get 3 points. It's always going to be tough going into that place. But at the end of the day, yeah, we feel really strong, and we're a better team. And yeah, we've watched a little bit of film on the game before, and they might switch up the way they play, and they've done a little bit better since we last played them. So overall, it's a new slate, new game for us, and we want to continue to play really well. And I thought against San Jose we played well, and we want to continue that against them.
Great. Kirk?
Yeah, Jared, how would you describe the heat and the humidity Saturday night? Did it feel really draining and oppressive, and did San Jose feel it more than you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it was hot. It was hot, but I mean, once the ball is kicked and you have that home crowd, I don't think we felt it as much. But yeah, me personally, in the second half, there was a couple times where I was like, oof, it is hot. and you feel it a little bit on your body. But overall, I think with the crowd, it made it not as effective against us. And if anything, they're a really fit team as well, and we knew that. And they did a decent job, honestly, being fit there. But yeah, I think the team felt well, okay, and we held on strong there. So I think overall we didn't feel it as much.
And with the heavy home schedule second half of the season, do you look for that to be a huge advantage as you guys get a little more used to the heat than the opponent coming in?
Yeah, we see that as a big advantage for us. And we're going to want to press teams and go after teams in our own building. And we're going to want to dictate the tempo and play on our own standard as we go forward. And as I said, I think San Jose is one of the fitter teams in the West. So, maybe they're a little bit fortunate with their fitness there, but against other teams, we want to capitalize.
And finally, what was the weirdest thing you saw Saturday night as far as crazy fans or whatnot, besides McConaughey?
The weirdest thing? I mean, I wasn't out there for for the main part of it, but no, I mean, I saw some fans doing some good cheering, and I didn't see anything too crazy, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, the drums that McConaughey played, I think was the most fun thing to watch, but I wasn't out there for it. But I think the green lights at halftime, they caught me off guard. I thought that was really cool and interesting and very Austin.
Well, thanks, Jared.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Kirk. Phil West, you're up.
Great, thanks. Hey, Jared, I wanted to ask you a little bit about just kind of playing in the home stadium for the first time. Josh was talking about noise and just kind of the difficulties of communicating with players. So what was it like? What was it like to actually be on the field and hear everything and try to navigate things? I mean, obviously you've had some road fans. You had your parents out in Minnesota the first time, but haven't quite had an experience like this year yet.
Yeah, I mean, for the national anthem and walking out there, I was just trying to take it in and enjoy it. But once kickoff started, we knew our game plan and we wanted to stick to that. And that takes a lot of focus and mental energy to focus on that. But there's always the feeling of the crowd in the background always, gave you an extra beat, extra lift up. It made you want to play with more tempo and create more chances. And I think that showed on the stat sheet. And yeah, it felt amazing. And it's always nice to, not have fans who are all against you and on those first 8 road games. So yeah, it felt amazing. Everyone felt a lot better, and it was great to have everyone's family there.
Great. Zach Smith, you're up.
Hey, Jared. You said earlier you're just kind of trusting the process, so to speak. How mental is scoring goals or getting 3 points? Is there a mental aspect to that? Do you think maybe one result or one goal can open the floodgates?
Yeah, I think so. But, we scored against Kansas last game. Seattle was a tough game. Nashville was a tough game. We've scored goals in the past. And it's not too frustrating. If anything, we have, everyone wants to score goals and maybe, we talked about it before. It's, everyone's taking a lot of shots, and maybe we have to think about the extra pass a little bit more and create a little bit better shooting opportunities than taking shots from outside the 18. But no, we all, I know all the attackers are hungry to score goals, and that hunger and playing those home games is, the goals will come. And from my experience, we haven't on any team I've been in the past, it's always been harder to score goals on the road. And, that was only our first home game, and we created 18 chances. We have 16 more home games. I see a lot of goals within those 16 home games. And when you look at the bigger picture, we're not frustrated about it.
Okay, we have time for one more, and that'll come from Mike Craven.
Jared, I remember when the pandemic first started and games were, nobody was there. It was kind of a weird adjustment. So I'm wondering, has there been an adjustment to have fans back into the stands, and just how y'all have to communicate with each other?
Yeah, it was weird with the pandemic. You could on the field, you could hear each other, and you could yell to each other very easily, or not. You don't even have to yell. You could just talk to each other on the field, from 20, 30 feet away, easy. But yeah, in the stadium the other night, I'm on the other side of the field in the first half, and I mean, I don't know if Josh was saying anything to me, but there was no way I could hear it until the water break. But yeah, it makes it a little bit different in terms of communication within the team. But that's why having home field advantage is great, because you don't have to talk about momentum or anything like that. It's just pull someone aside. You got to be right next to him and wait for a little break to talk. But I think that's kind of the biggest thing for me. And yeah, it was always weird playing in the pandemic because it was just silent.
Great. I think that'll conclude this media availability. So I want to thank Jared for your time and thank all the media members for joining us as well.